Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing great. Give me a hi, let me know that you can hear me. If my team can also send me a message as well, just to let me know that you can hear me, okay? This is live. I'm here live today. How is everyone doing today? Care providers, how are we doing? Can you hear me clearly? Let's see who I've got here. Excellent. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing absolutely brilliant. I am really excited to share with you some of the things that I've been working on, but also working on this for you, okay? This is about you today, and I really want to stress really powerfully that it's so important that you as care providers are not just looking at, what's happened the previous years and last year and the old methods that we've been using, but looking at what this current season is bringing for all of us. And I just really want to reach out to you all to think about what it is that you can add to your healthcare business, what it is, hi Tiffany, hi, what it is that you can, and hi Jaya, hi, what it is that you can add to your healthcare business that's going to make you so powerful that they're not going to miss you. Okay, you need to stand out, and I really want to bring this home to all of you that we can't just sit back and expect things to come forward to us. We've got to roll our sleeves up and really put that effort into our marketing of what we're doing in our healthcare business, because running a healthcare business, yes, it's not easy, but it can be easy if you do the things that you want to do in your healthcare business, and that will then become your your superfood, your charge, your energy for you to really strive in 2024. You've got to really look at the studying your healthcare business model. Look at what your community is asking for. What are they asking you for to provide? And I think that's so important, because we've got to approach the community and say, look, I'm here. What can I do to serve you? How can I serve you? What is the critical need that I can help support you with right now? Because the big agencies, they're not doing this, okay? Even if you are a big agency, you need to really be thinking about this as well. And I really want you all to think about, what niche can I offer that is going to be different than what the average person, the average agency is doing. Now, I've started talking about coaching. It started 3 years ago, how to become a coach, because I know that I can't serve everybody. And we've all got our specialities in what we do. So you can be a life coach, which I am a life coach as a business coach as well. And what I really want to say to you all is to just think about what it is that you can offer, that you know that you can create a product, a service alongside with what you're doing within your agency. Like me, for example, many years ago, I did a training school alongside my care businesses, for example. So what is it that you can offer that is going to benefit your community, i.e. what type of coaching services can you offer? Maybe you are a qualified nurse, for example, and you may want to do training on wound care, or you could hire a center in your community and say, hey, I'm going to do this specialized training today, and invite the community to your event. Yeah, because you know there's so many different things you can do to get your attention as a care provider. Okay, we don't just stick with just running the service. We've got to go out there and market that business as well. Can everybody hear me? I want to see some hearts. Give me some love. Let me know that you can hear me clearly and you're taking notes, because I want you to take some notes. Get your notepad and paper out and make your notes. Yeah, make your notes of what you're going to do in your healthcare business, because like I said, we need to look at what else can we offer in our healthcare business. So what is it that you specialize in? What do you feel that you could really benefit the community with what you do? What skills is it that you have additionally from running a healthcare business? I don't know if anyone wants to put in the chat here what specialities that you can actually offer right now. So are you a nurse? Are you a manager, for example? Are you specializing in another field? It might necessarily not be healthcare. So think about how you can create a training program that you can offer your community. And then you could hire a hall, for example. Maybe you could get one for free. And then you could do an event, for example. So think about these things. I know it seems like a really far out thing there to do, but we've got to start looking at how we can stand out, how we can be different from the average care agency in your location. And if you think about what can you do that's going to really push you forward in your agency, okay? So let's look at that. That's one tool that you can be looking at, okay? The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is who are you working with? Who is your ideal client? I want you to make a note of this. Who is your ideal client? Are you going to specialize in complex care? Are you going to specialize in learning disability? Are you going to specialize in, for example, mental health? Find out what your community is. I also want to say to you is looking at private paid clients. I'm doing a video on this. It's going on YouTube today, actually, tonight, on private paid clients, looking at the luxurious model, I call it, okay, against the mass services, whereby you are doing services where you're providing your services in volume, where it's thousands and thousands of hours, like what I've done previously in the past, where I've provided thousands of hours in the community, for example. Yeah. But what I didn't realize is that the private paid clients was half the size, and yet I was receiving the same amount of money for. Do you understand what I'm saying here to you? Is to look at how you can become the Cartiers of the world, how you can become the Fendis of the world, how you can become the Rolls-Royce care agency of the world, to only work with private clients, for example, to only work with private clients that are able to pay you a higher fee, for example, and that you're able to give them 200% of what you have in your healthcare organization. Because when you're looking at working and serving the masses, then your price reduces, because you are trying to serve thousands of people. I've learned this myself. I'm trying to serve thousands of people for example, because I want to help as many people as possible. I've helped we've serviced over 100,000 people in our organization, and that is a lot. That is the masses. So when you're serving at that level, then your prices are reduced, for example. Whereas when you serve at a luxurious method and your price is higher, like for example for you in the community, if you were serving private paid clients, then you would get double what your profit margin is, and you're doing less work, for example. Now, I've got a legacy that I'm leaving, so this is the reason why I'm working to the masses, so that I want to serve as many people as possible. But I also need coaches to help me serve as many people as possible, because I know I can't do this all by myself. So what is your model? What is it that you are wanting to do with your organization? Because you've got to look at who you're serving. You also got to look at that work-life balance that you want to spend time with your family, your loved ones, for example. So, like, for example, the Rolls-Royce. You don't see them advertised on TV, do you? Does anyone see Rolls-Royce advertised on TV? You don't. But yet, people buy at that level. We always think in scarcity mode that no one's going to pay that price for our service. However, if you look for the right people in the right places, then they will pay your services for care, for example. So I want you to all think about your service model. Are you going to just focus purely on where you're working with NHS, you're working with, for example, care homes, for example, you're working with the councils, for example? Look at, do you want to work with the masses, or do you want to work with the elite few, for example, that can afford the higher price, for example, within your healthcare organization? Now, it's important for you to understand that providing that service is that you're going to be able to give more attention, for example, although you do give attention when you're supplying to the masses. But imagine that, you know, your staff members are going out covering the care, for example, and they've got thousands of hours that need covering in that week, for example, and they're going to become exhausted. They're going to become burnt out, possibly. So what is it that you can do? Because 2024 is about self-care, it's about self-love, it's about helping one another, it's about community, it's about being there for one another. And sometimes when people are going through difficulty, you support them in that as well, because it's about longevity. It's about having a long-term relationship with your clients. So when you look at your model of providing the luxurious model, for example, you got to look at what your brand is. You've got to look at who you're serving. Who is your avatar? Where do they live, for example? What is their budget, for example? And look at serving the private market, because I'm saying this to all of you. I've been there before, where I've worked for councils, which is great. It's wonderful. It brings money in. It helps teach you how to run a business. But at the same time, you got to look at your other models that's going to bring in higher margins and be more beneficial for you and your team members. So if you can hear what I'm saying, just give me some hearts, give me some love here. Let me know who it is that you're going to be serving. Will it be both? Maybe you want to do the masses as well as the luxury model. So you've got to look at what your branding is. Even though you're serving the masses, always have your brand at the higher level, okay? That you are exclusive, your exclusive agency, for example, if you're looking at working with the luxurious model, for example, and I say luxurious model because I'm relating it to Rolls-Royce, etc., and Fendi, all the designer brands, for example, okay? So if you're going to work to that model, then you've got to look and feel, your staff members have to be, you know, really crisp, that they're looking immaculate at all times. Your logo, your branding, everything has got to match that luxurious model. And you can say that you only work with private clients. We've got clients that only work with private clients, for example, in the community. And they are actually charging a higher rate, for example, 33 to 40 pounds per hour because of this. So what is your model going to be? You know, because when you look at that rate, you're getting higher pay. You can pay your staff a higher rate, for example, and your staff members can be comfortable. For example, you can give them your a job description that has got a contract that is permanent, and you're saying, right, okay, we are going to pay you 30 hours a week, for example, and then that staff member has got a permanent contract. They're able to get a house, they're able to get a mortgage, they're able to get a car, because they have got a regular guaranteed income, because you're serving clients that are private, and you've got a bulk of private, because you might as well spend that energy looking for private clients as well as you're looking for the government organizations which work on volume. They work on they call it volume based, for example, and value, because they want to get the lower price, and you're providing that service, so you're then getting a smaller rate per hour. Whereas when you're looking at the model of private paid clients, for example, your rates will be higher. So what is your speciality? Because I'd love to hear what your speciality is right now, because you can provide this. You really, really can. And I think it's important, so I'm just closing down some of these things that's open right now. I think it's important for you to really look at that model. Start looking at how you can serve more clients for less hours, for example, and a higher rate. So really try and think about who you're going to serve. And when you're looking at this model, you are then able to really grow your business by offering this model. You know, part of your goals for 2024 to become unstoppable is to look at this model. Don't just ignore the training, because it's so important. This training that I'm providing you is to open up your mind to think about all these different aspects, because care providers, I'm seeing it so much. A lot of you are becoming burnt out, you're becoming overworked, and it's because you're doing the focusing on the volume, not the capacity of opening up so that you can have private clients that are able to and appreciate you as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning everyone. It's nice to see you all. And I think it's so important that we look at just having, for example, if you was to just have 200 clients, for example, or even not 200 clients to begin with. So if you was doing 200 hours, and if you was charging £32, you know, that's 6,400 a week. You are looking at, if you're charging 32, you're paying your staff members, say, £16 an hour. Yes, be generous. That leaves you with 16 to pay your bills after you paid your staff wages, for example. So that then gives you a weekly amount of 3,200. As opposed to if you are looking at the volume model, where you're paying the staff member and you're being paid, for example, I'll say £15, right? You're paying or dollars, you're paying your staff member, say, 12. That leaves you with £3 an hour. You getting me? You with me on this? £3 or $3 an hour, times that by 200 hours a week. That's 600 a week you're getting. Whereas if you focus on the luxury model, you're getting £16 after the staff member has been paid to pay your bills. That's giving you 3,200. You're getting an additional 2,600 a week, more than the value, the volume based. Is everyone with me on this? You know, I did it. I've been there. I've done it. I've worn the t-shirt where I've been working for small amounts of profit. And yes, it was great. It was wonderful. I love to serve. Don't get me wrong. I love to serve. It's in my DNA, right? But we were working so hard. It was exhausting to cover all those hours a week. And then we got our private clients, and then it's like you can't expand because you're focusing on the volume and the lower paid jobs, then focusing on the one that was paying a higher rate and focusing on increasing that. Because that's what I did in the end. I gave back the council ones. I got... Hi! Whoa! Hello! Hello, Caribbean! Hello! Hi, Precious! Hi, Debbie! Hi, Velna! So yeah, I mean, I think we really should start thinking 2024. We want to really work from home, yes, if we possibly can. But we also want to have work-life balance. We want to really look after ourselves and our families, our loved ones, our staff members, our clients. All of these things is so important. We can't serve everybody. We can't serve the masses. We serve the masses, we weaken ourselves. Do you hear me, everyone? If you serve the masses, you will weaken yourself. You will weaken your model. And I want to say 2024 to all of you to look at this model. Look at serving your clients that are going to pay a higher rate. Because we've got to really start switching things around whereby it is helpful for us as care providers, so we're not exhausting ourselves, so we're not getting burnt out, because there's a lot of burnout going on because we are, as care providers, working flat out, catering to the volume. And I'm going to speak for this because I've seen it, I've been it, I've done it. I know how that feels. And if you are just starting out, you are in a wonderful place, because you can start out with, yes, you need to get money in, yes, the volume thing works, but don't see that as a permanent thing. See that as a temporary thing to get built up to your bigger purpose. What is your mission beyond your vision. What is your mission right now? I have a vision beyond my vision, which is to train coaches so that they can do what I do. And I'm looking for coaches because I know I can't do this all by myself. So, you know, let's work together, all of us. Let's stop thinking that we're competing with one another. And let's stop being, you know, aggressive. Let's look at being nice to one another and helping one another to survive, because we're all trying to survive. But we want to survive in a way that is going to help everybody. I want to leave a legacy. You want to leave a legacy. You want to help serve. My father, Marcus Owen, when he was alive, he served. He did he started a beautiful charity in the States called Food Pantry. Many years ago, I don't know if any of you know, if you're in the States, of Food Pantry. Well, my father started that many, many years ago. And when he left this world, when God took him, he was ready because he served and he created a beautiful charity, and it is still going today. It is in the schools in America. All around the schools in America, he's helping. And we all want to help. We all want to serve. This is the reason why we are in healthcare, isn't it? We want to help and we want to serve. You know, but at the same time, we don't want to be serving where it's a detriment to your own health. You've got to look at what is best for you. And if you can look at the model that I'm just saying to you, that I'm just talking about with you right now, the model is about, you know, looking at how you can build a brand in your healthcare business. How can you build a brand like Rolls-Royce? Because they do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It is cold. It is cold. Yeah, people want to move abroad where it's warm. They want to move abroad where it's warm. But let's also look at like for example, you've just mentioned that there is a need where people can have beautiful surroundings. They can live longer. That's why I've moved to Cyprus, because it's warm. England, sorry, is too cold for me. But, you know, at the same time, let's look at how we can enhance people's lives. Let's look at how we can create a beautiful, beautiful place for people to live. And you just mentioned about the Caribbean, 5,000, yeah. You've got the area to serve, you know, and people will live longer. They will love it. This is what people want. They want luxury. When they're being cared for, they want luxury. They don't want to feel rushed. They don't want to get the quick, fast, you know, here's a sandwich and off you go kind of thing. They want quality. We deserve that quality, don't we? We deserve that quality. Right now, let me just text here. Yeah, it's so important. You know, if you can set something up abroad, like me in Cyprus, I've been meeting with the department, for example, to talk about, you know, care homes as well, for example, because to bring people from the UK, for example, because that is one of my mission beyond my mission. My vision beyond my vision is to do that. And I want people to enjoy the last moments, the precious moments that they have, you know. But if we are providing a service in the UK, we need to look at how we can enhance people's lives that need our service. We are forgetting about the private paid clients. We're focusing so much on NHS, we're focusing on the council, we're focusing on, you know, working with large organizations. But these large organizations, because obviously they've got the tax payers' money, obviously, to be mindful of, we need to look at how we can best serve them. Yeah, we need to be needed, or we'll all just die. That's amazing. And yes, you say that, Varen, you said that. It's amazing to me that 25,000 retirees die in the UK every year in the cold. Yes, and that is so sad, so sad. And we need to look after the elderly. We've got to look after the elderly and serve them to the highest level, to make them feel special, because they are. Those that are vulnerable, they need us. They need us, and they need us to give the best. They need that best time. They need that time, not be rushed. So this is why I'm saying to all of you to look at what other models can you do, not just what we're looking at with working with the councils or working with the NHS. They're overrun. They're overrun, and yes, they will use you, but you will get a smaller percentage. It is good experience, don't get me wrong, because that's where I started from. Very good experience, but don't use it as a long-term solution, because it will wear you out. You've got to start taking on private clients, more private clients, looking and searching for those private clients, because they will help you to build your business to where you want it to be. That's amazing. You live with 100 animals. Wow. See? What an amazing human being. That you're walking on the beaches. Wow. See, that is a dream. Because I love to walk every day for 2 hours. I look at beauty, I look at nature, I look at flowers, I look at butterflies. I've got my CEO, who I call the hawk. He is amazing. You know, it is, I just love to go out and look at things, because as care providers, if you don't do that, you're going to stay stuck, and you're just going to be in this treadmill, and you're not going to get to expand your mind and see this nature and beauty that is around you, because that will give you growth in your mindset alone, just by going out for those walks. I want you all to really look at what aspects that you can start looking at offering a high quality service that is going to benefit society. You know, look at the brand name, look at the clothes, look at how you are going to show up as a brand for your agency or for your healthcare business, so that you're able to really find, because they will find you once they know that you're out there and you're offering this service. They will come and look for you, they will find you. And that's so important, that you can see that you're able to offer that service, because a lot of people don't think that they can, and you can offer that service. There's a way that you can do it. There's lots of different ways, and I'm going to start doing these trainings here on Facebook as well as in YouTube as well, because I want you to start opening your mind to all the different aspects of healthcare that you can offer as an organization, because you can look at being an introductory agency in the community where you're offering that luxury service for example, and your rates that you get is higher. So you're not just, working with the councils, you're working for the organizations, but you're working for the client that is in the community, that wants you, that's looking for you. They're always looking for you, but they want high caliber. You've got to become high caliber. You can't just provide mediocre staff. You've got to look at, for example, providing staff members that are qualified, that they've got the relevant experience, that they've got years of experience, and that they are competent to do their job effectively. But yes, you're going to always keep recruiting and training new staff. I do it all the time, for example, because when you're a leader, when you're a CEO, that's part of it as well. People will come and people will go. That's just how it is. And, we've taken on this week, we've got, from last month to this month, we've taken on 3 bid writers, we've got 3 recruiters, and what I've stipulated this time is that they have 10 years minimum experience, because we need to make sure that we are focused on providing the very best service. And I will always do that. I will set out to provide the best service. And yes, sometimes things don't go right. I can't be 100% perfect, because that would be abnormal, in all honesty. But what I want you to think about is the staff members. Like, you just said, both your daughters are trained medical doctors out of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland. Wow. I'm gonna reach out to you, definitely. I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. It is amazing. We need to have high caliber staff, because if you've got high caliber staff, you can then ask for a higher premium. For example, your profitability will be better as well. Your staff members will have that work-life balance. They won't be stressed. They won't be overworked. They will feel happy, and you will be happy. The client's happy. Like when I was serving my private clients many years ago, it was amazing. We wasn't, having to have these meetings, like monthly meetings, for example, and having to be audited and this, that, and the other, as well as being inspected by CQC. We was already being inspected by CQC, but it was that we've got the contract with the government organization, then yes, we're going to be inspected, and this is what happens, which is fine. But what is it that you want? What is your long-term goal for your organization? I want you to put down and write this down. What is your long-term goal? Because I just showed you a method. If you have private clients, 200 hours a week, and that's bringing you in 3,200 a week, and the profit margin is 2,600 a week, then surely that is better for you. If you look at that for 2024, as opposed to the volume where you've got thousands of hours and you're being paid an amount, but your profit is only 600 a week because you're paying your staff members. Let's look at this. Let's look at this goal. Let's look at your long-term goal for 2024 and beyond is to reach the few, because you can't serve everyone. I've realized that. I've come to realize that I can't serve everybody. So I'm even aware of that, and you should be aware of that. So you can't serve the masses, because you will weaken your brand. You will weaken yourself and your company. So like I said, it's not a long-term goal. I've been a coach now for 10 years. 10 years. So you need to look at what is your goal. You've got 2024. Yes, you've got some contracts that you're working with government organizations, but leave space so that you can take on private clients. So you've got capacity to grow even faster, but without doing all of the hard work. You know, running yourself ragged, getting exhausted. Your staff members are exhausted by offering that service. We've really got to think 2024 is about the soul. It's about peace. It's about tranquility. It's about love. It's about God. It's, if you believe in God, that is. I believe in God. So for me, 2024 is about serving, but also it's about getting coaches on board to help serve, but also it's about the new programs that I've created for 2024, which is to help service providers be the leaders within their organizations, so that they're not going to feel that they're alone, that they are supported, for example. But we have to be mindful that we can't serve everybody. And I just want you all to think about, what model are you going to use? Are you, for example, let's get my notes up here. Are you going to look at building a brand in your healthcare business? Are you going to be the Rolls-Royce, the Cartier, for example? Are you going to be continuing to serve in volume, where you're serving the masses? Who wants to serve fewer people, but also you can get the same amount of money? It's about working smarter, not harder anymore. Don't do that to yourselves. Don't do that anymore. Don't work harder. Work smarter, so that you can grow in your mind, body and spirit, and change the world, impact the world. Because the more that we look at this model, the better. Because there's plenty of work for everybody. It's out there. It's there. It wants us. We just got to find them. And you've got to create something that's going to enable them to find you. And this is what this training is going to be all about as well. So I just wanted to reach out to everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed what I've had to say today. If you want to book a free 15-minute consultation with me to discuss your model, my team will put a link in the chat for you to book a free 15 minutes, and I can talk to you about what is your model. Are you a volume base or are you a luxury base? And I can also talk to you about a strategy of how you can introduce that. So do book a free 15-minute appointment with me. I can discuss that further. I also want to mention we've got our boot camp, our brand new boot camp, which starts next month. I'm so excited, and this brand new boot camp is about contracts. It's for 3 days, and we talk about the luxury and the mass model. Serving the mass model, or are you going to be a luxury model? This boot camp is creating your brand. It's about creating your Rolls-Royce brand. It's about creating your Cartier brand for your healthcare business. And I really hope that you'll be able to join us. The price for this is, we've got a special as well. It's $333 for this. It's a 3-day boot camp. It is the next big name boot camp. For example, you're going to be naming and you're going to be branding your healthcare business. If you want to revamp it, if you want to make it really super special, like Rolls-Royce, Cartier, this is the place to be. This is the place to join us. I hope that everyone has enjoyed what I've said today so far. So I just had to drink my tea there. You know, think about your market. Think about whether you want to appeal to the masses or whether you want to, because if you're appealing to the masses, then your price is going to be reduced. You're going to create large volume of work for yourself. That means extra facilities that you've got to provide, extra training and all of these things. So look at how you are going to lead with competitive prices, because if you are doing volume, then your price has to be competitive. Okay, your price has got to be really low in order for the councils or government organizations to use you. So do you want that type of model, or do you want the Rolls-Royce model? Do you want to be exclusive? Do you want to provide prestige to those that you're serving? So we're going to cover that in the bootcamp as well, marketing that brand so that you are going to stand out in the crowd and find clients that are going to use you. We cover that as well in the bootcamp, but I want you to book with us anyway to talk about your brand and changing your branding so that you fit both models, but you're really looking at fitting the high level model within your organization so that that can attract clients that's going to find you and want to work with you because you are exclusive. Like for me, when I had my agency many years ago, you know, the word got round that, oh, Christine only serves private clients, and that was the truth. I did. So I got busy and busy and busier because I had space to take on private clients before I was turning them away. So think about what is your model going to be. So I hope that was helpful to everyone. Please do book a free 15-minute appointment with us. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you are watching the replay, #replay. Let me know if you're watching the live. I can see some of you are on here. I hope that you've enjoyed today's training. I hope that I've really opened your mind to think about this model, introducing it into 2024, because we are looking now. We want to be able to enjoy. Hey, hey boss, hi. So we're wanting you to enjoy your life. Life is too short. We got to be happy. And how can we be happy when we're serving so many clients for a small reduced price? So look at what your model is. Like I said, I've got a client who is serving private clients only, and they are charging £32, £33 an hour. Some are charging £45 per hour in London, for example. So what model do you want to start thinking about introducing? Because this is a way that you can reduce your hours but get more financial, for example, and so can your staff members. You imagine your staff members being able to, you know, get a mortgage, pay for a car, for example, and just, you know, pay for things, for example. Isn't that better? The client is happy, you're happy, you're able to take a wage, a proper wage, for example, out of your business. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you. Yes. And that is to everybody. Happy New Year to all of you. Because let's make this a happy New Year. There's things out there that's happening at the moment that we can't control. But let's look at what we can control. And let's be positive. Because if you talk negatively, guess what? You're going to bring negative back. It's going to bounce back into you. because all you're doing is harming yourself by talking negative, by complaining and being miserable. Look at what you can do to change, to make an impact. Be positive, because a positive mind creates a positive energy, and a positive energy attracts positive things back to you. If you are negative, you will constantly be in negativity, and that negativity is going to be inside of you and eat you away. Yeah, there's negative things out there. There's nothing you can do about it. Move forward and make your life as positive as you can be. Don't be the negative person. Have that positive mindset and become a new you for 2024 in your healthcare business by attracting private clients as an additional income stream for your business. And I'm going to go into mindset and, you know, money blocks and all of those things, negativity. I'm going to go into that. That's going to be part of these weekly lives as well, because there's too much negativity out there. It's horrible. I stay away from it. I don't even watch the news. I just bounce that off of me, because it is not going to channel into my well-being and my soul, because that's going to affect my training that I do, and I'm not here for that to happen. I've worked too hard to be in a negative way, and this is why it's important for us all to do things which are positive. Take action. Do things in your business. Don't sit and wait for it to find you, because it's not going to. You have to implement and take action as well. So I hope that you found that helpful today, and excellent. Well-being is so important. Well-being, burnout prevention, you know, because I'm working with a client on this as well, a company, because it is really become a really strong thing. Even you as a coach could even offer that. Things that's going to help people. Don't create things that's not going to help people. Create things that's going to be positive. Don't hang around negative people, because that will drag you down and you will become negative just like them. So think about your well-being. What can you do to make your life better? What can you do? And it starts with you, and then you can then, from within, you can then bring it out and help other people as well. So well-being, definitely, if you could do that, well-being in coaching is really good. Wellness coach is good. Health coach is good as well. So if you was offering that well-being to those that are using your service, like the private paid clients, imagine if you did that training. You get clients that way as well. So just think about it. But don't worry, we go into this more in these live trainings, but also at our boot camp as well next month. We've got that. It's only $333, for example, and we are offering so much value that you're going to get something out of it. So I hope you can join us. I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Thank you for being here, joining me today. I've really enjoyed this training session, and I hope you have too. I look forward to seeing you soon. Hashtag positive mindset, hashtag well-being, and hashtag Rolls-Royce, hashtag Cartier. Branding for your agency. Let's up our game in what we're offering. Why should we accept less when we can have more for what we do? And our staff members can have more. Our clients can have more who we're serving. Like I said, can't serve the masses. Let's look at really chunking things down and leaving space for growth, because a happy mindset is so important as well. So thank you, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed today. I will be coming on here tomorrow. Please join us. Listen back to the replay. I want you to really go through the replay, listen to it. I want you to create a list of what type of agency you want to be and what you want to offer, and look at what training that you can offer to service users. What training can you offer that's going to really make you stand out? So God bless everyone. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Replay. Rolls Royce. Thank you. Take care. Bye.